My name is Sarah Price Hancock, and I am a lecturer at San Diego State University. And I think one of the most important things that you can know is that recovery is possible. And with the proper support, it's not just possible, it's probable. It will happen. But we need your support. And I'll kind of go into how you can create that support. But I think one of the key things that we need to understand as mental health professionals is that our clients normally only come and see us when they're having acute symptoms. Because quite frankly, when you're doing great, you really don't need to talk to a counselor about it. And so consequently, we can get a very warped perspective of our clients. If we only see them at their worst, we as humans kind of have a tendency to think that they're always at their worst. And so I'd like to share an experience that illustrates that. So I'd been in and out of the hospital about every 6 to 8 weeks for 12 years. And I finally was able to learn my wellness tools and apply them in my life, use my wellness recovery action plan, my RAP plan, figure things out, and I had been doing it very successfully for about 1.5 years. And so for that 1.5 years, my doctor had not seen me. And my doctor, I got really bad bronchitis, and I was put on a steroid inhaler, which really just snapped me into a mixed manic episode. If you're not familiar with mixed mania, it's where you have all of the energy of mania, all of the racing thoughts, flight of ideas, all of the energy, and you have all of the feelings of depression. And so it makes you, for one agitated person, you will bite anyone's head off. And the hard thing about mixed mania that you need to understand as professionals are people are most likely to attempt or complete suicide during a mixed manic episode because they have all of the feelings of depression and they have all of the spontaneity of mania. And so that can be a very deadly combination. Recognizing that, I'd recognized that I was going into a mixed manic state, and I knew that I was not capable of keeping myself safe. And so I checked myself in. And while I was in, I got to see Dr. In. Dr. In was my inpatient doctor. He'd seen me for 12 years, and he'd seen me at my worst because, unfortunately, he only ever got to see me as an inpatient. And you never become an inpatient when you're doing great. And so he did see me at my worst frequently. And so he says, "Well, Sarah, where have you been? Haven't seen you around." And I said, "Well, I've been in graduate school." "Right, okay, then what are you studying?" And I said, "Well, I'm studying rehabilitation counseling. I'm going to help people with severe mental illness achieve their fullest potential." "That's a good idea. And where exactly are you going?" And I said, "I'm going to San Diego State University." He's like, "Nice to hear it." Okay. And he just kind of wrote something in his chart and walked away. And I knew he did not believe me. And it torqued me. And so I went to the nurse's station and I asked for my business card. And I went and I handed it to him. I said, "I want you to know I was serious." And graciously I said, "And I wanted you to know that your hard work has paid off." And he looks at the card, and he looks at me, and he says, "You're going to a real university?" And I said, "Yes, I am. And I'm a graduate assistant, and I'm having a blast. Thanks." And he keyed off and got in the elevator. And so I think as professionals, we need to remember that our clients are, when they're not in our office, frequently it's because they're doing great. And we need to make that assumption that if they aren't doing great, they will come to us. And if not, they will be brought to us. And so we always need to keep in mind that, there's more to the person that's sitting in front of you at the desk.